Welcome back to another video with Kaiokris. Today we're going to be going over, I think this is the first Fusion World gameplay we're actually going to have on the channel, which I'm really excited about. We do have some live stream VODs that are saved to the channel, so you guys can go in the live section. Those are going to be, I think, uploaded directly after the stream's done, which as of right now, probably streaming 2 to 3 times a week. My guess is Monday nights, Friday nights, and then either Saturday or Sunday, just kind of depending on my schedule and what my daughter's situation's like. So if me and my wife are doing something, I won't be streaming, but if I am, I'll try to make a notice so you guys know of that. So this deck has been getting a lot of feedback from the community, and I've gotten a lot of feedback about this deck, just wanting to understand more of the play style with it, understanding the just the concept around the deck, and kind of a more updated list, because the one I did was from Celebrations and I didn't have all of the cards, and this is a little more, I would say, a more fleshed out version of it. I've been playing a lot of just digital and physical versions of this deck, so I'm going to go over the deck list real quick, and then hopefully we're going to get some good gameplays. I'm hoping at least like 2 or 3. I think that's kind of the idea I would like to do for most of these videos, just so you guys can get sort of an idea. And I'm not gonna, hopefully not do the same against the same deck. There's a lot of people playing green, but honestly, like, just because they're playing green doesn't mean they're gonna win. So we've destroyed a lot of green decks at this. We've lost to some green decks. So okay, so here is the deck list. So we'll kind of go through it pretty quickly here, just so you guys have well, understand we're at 52 cards. Just remember, on the digital client, they always include the leader part of the deck list here. So we have 4 of the Master Roshi 1-drops. Talked about this in my deck profile from the Celebrations event. This card is undeniably the best 1-drop for you to play in this deck. The 1-drop cantrip Roshi is not enough value in this particular deck, so just tapping 1 for a 1-drop to just draw a card, it's not needed. We don't need to do that. Playing this to take a life every turn allows us to awaken, and allows us to, going first doesn't make our matchups as bad, right? We go first, we take a life, our opponent then attacks us on their turn 1, we go to 6, and now we can either use this to awaken, or use this and go to 5 and maybe use another card to awaken. Like, there's different things you can do. You also don't have to do it, but getting that extra card advantage and getting closer to awakening, we want to awaken as soon as possible, so then we can start giving our cards the 5k buff. So this card allows you to do that. Then we have a playset of the Whis. This is the card we replaced the cantrip with. It's a 1-drop, it's a 10k combo, it negs a battle card by 5k. Very important, especially in the green matchup. You can play this going second to kill their 1-drop cantrips on board, and then now they're losing 5k combo. We have 4 of the hit. We'll just show this guy because it's a cooler looking art. This is our first 2-drop of choice. Allows us to help self-awaken and also can kill the cantrips and blockers on board. 3 Botamo. This is really funny, and we'll probably I hope we see it in the gameplay. But people will swing at this card and then just combo thinking they can kill it, and they don't read that this card can't be KO'd in battle. So this card's incredibly good. It's 3 of just because of deck space. It's really good in the green early. It's good into yellow. It's not good in the red and not good in the blue. So that's why we don't run 4 of. However, this card is definitely a 4 of. This is the Promo Goku. 25k once you're awoken, and then with your leader effect, you make this a 30k every turn. So basically it's a 2-drop 30k vanilla. So if you think most 30k vanillas are 4-drops, so being the fact that this guy is a 2-energy version of that is very good. Or if you consider it a 3-drop, most 3-drops are 25k vanillas. So this card would also be considered like a 2-drop 25k vanilla. Again, very, very good. Alright, so then we have 2 of the 3-drop Gokus. I ended up adding it in here because of like green matchups. So just being able to just pop the like the Vegetas. You don't do a lot of negging in this deck, so this is just to remove a battle card on board, but also just a 3-drop curve to help you kind of self-awaken if you don't see your hits. For Frost, this is kind of the reason to play the deck. Frost just allows you to eliminate yellow as a color. Majority yellow decks cannot play through this card. If you board 2 of these, Now they have to focus just on playing big battle cards, and you're going to end up winning those games. I added in two skillless Piccolos. So it's a 10k. That's kind of the main reason. I wanted to have a 10k, another 10k combo. We have a lot of 5ks and some 0k, so I just wanted another 10k combo. This is also a 3-drop 30k. So like that's a pretty good stat line if we do need to play for that. To round out the 3 drops, we have the Beerus, of course, just giving another card 5k. It's also a crit card. We can make it a 25k in this deck. We have 3 of the secret rares, which I absolutely love. This is one of the cards that help close out the game. I would not run 4. I think 3 is the max. Negating a battle card by 15k on board, and then also making this card 35k on your turn is very good. Becomes a little more difficult to remove because you can actually give it 5k on defense and then combos. So if your opponent's anything basically other than green, it's gonna have a hard time removing this card. We have 2 of the Gohans. I didn't really find a spot to put the Gohan. Honestly, it's a good card. It's very cuttable. It's very, very cuttable. So I don't want to pay 4 energy for this. I'd rather pay 4 energy for the secret rare. So this could be extra copies of Piccolo. This could be extra copies of the Goku. But it is a 5k at the end of the day, so it can just always be charged. I run 1 Beerus. Just because matchups where like you need a board clear, if you mulligan for this card, you just keep it. I have a full playset of the Goku because this is our main game winner. And also, honestly, I want to add the cooler looking art. So let's do that. Let's add 2 of those. All right, so we got Goku here, 4 of double striker. Main reason why you play it. Generally, you can close out games on turn 5. You just play it, and if you've applied so much pressure at 2, you just hand dump. Most of the time, you can just win. I run 4 Kaba super combos. Actually, this should not be Kaba because we switched. Let me switch that back real quick. This should be Shin. So I divvied away from the Universe at 6. The Universe 6 Searcher, just because there's not enough options. So I did a lot of playtesting with it, both in person. This card is just a flex spot. It's mainly just for the Searcher, I'll be honest with you. Just being able to search a card. This is kind of our better version of the 1-drop Cantrip Roshi. The one that just draws a card. So this card, you can just search out the top 7, right? There's a lot of times I was not hitting a U6 because you just don't have enough targets unless you run like skillless U6, which just doesn't feel very good to do that. So with this, you can search out your super combos and then any of your boss monsters and basically most of your deck other than Hit, Batamo, the Promo, and Frost. So that just having more options of searching is kind of why we did it that way. So that's the only reason. I like I said, preferably, I would rather play the U6 card because it can be used on defense. But that's why we have Kamehameha. So we have a full playset of Kamehameha, 15k on either turn, then also negates a battle card by 5k. So if it's a defensive use for a battle card attack, it's a 20k combo because you can negative by 5. And then we included 2 God Kamehameha. So this is I just took out the time skip because it's a U6, so it's not searchable. But this card, I was finding a lot of times against green. Green would play like a Turles or like a Gohan. They would clear my board. And then I wouldn't be able to remove that card as well because I don't really reduce the power of cards. So this being a 1-drop or a 2-drop that just KOs a 30k was just enough to give us kind of a push. So like we can use this for 1, and then go into like on turn 4 you can use this for 1, go into a Goku, go into a Hit, go into a 3-drop Goku, go through a Piccolo. Like you have some other options to do it. But so all right, so we're gonna run this deck a little bit, see how it goes, and hopefully we get a little, we get some good games out of this. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys stick in to the end so you know, get the most value out of the video. And like and subscribe if you do enjoy the video. Hopefully you guys are excited about Fusion World. I think this is great. I think there's it only goes up from here with stuff. So hopefully it's good. All right, and then we're gonna go right into the gameplays. All right, so what do we got? Going against, I think this is a mirror match. Kind of interesting. So we have a mirror. Alright. So we're going to keep none of this because we're first player. So we're just going to get rid of this whole hand. Hopefully we find a cantrip, which we did not. little unfortunate. It's okay. All right, so we will charge. First card we'll charge. We'll charge a Frost. Yeah, Frost isn't super good in this matchup. It's good, but it's not great. So you can stop a lot of the 20Ks that they play, but then also red can just tap 3 and just remove this card. So you just kind of just force your opponent. We will still probably play this card on turn 3, just to force our opponent to have the Goku. If they don't have it, then they can't really attack with a lot of stuff. So mainly because our buff happens during the combo step, so they can't do that before the combo step. So they can't make a 25K. Take this damage. Pretty easy damage. No reason to not take it. It's always good to just take as much early pressure as possible. Now he's got a crit, so this card is honestly we're gonna let it hit. No reason to combo out. Not early enough. So he does crit a 5-drop Goku, which is a problem. But we do have Beerus, so we do have a battle card here that we can use. All right, so we're gonna charge another Frost. It looks like, because I don't want to charge this. I don't want to charge this because this might actually bode well in this matchup. So we're going to charge on Frost. And then we're going to play the 1-drop Wheat. So what we're going to do here is we're going to remove 5K off of this guy. We're going to swing into him. Alright, and then we're going to combo this. Go to 25, and now he has to let this card die. So he gets one less card in hand. He loses a body on board, so now he has to develop something else. And now if he develops something else, now, and he swings at us, he's going to put us to 4 generally, and then we'll be able to awaken on our turn 3, which would be perfect. Perfect for us here. So we'll see how this goes. The mirror matchups for this deck are not, it's kind of, I guess it would kind of depend on the build. So if he's playing the U6 stuff, which he should be playing, as person should be playing the U6 cards, it's like I said, you have the defensive capabilities, but the deck just has so many little ins and outs that you can kind of tweak, and it really kind of just ups the power of this deck. So we got a hit there. This is good. My guess is he's going to play a cantrip. He might have a Krillin to play since he already charged one, which would be another 20k attacker here. So see what he plays. So he plays the Promo Goku, which I do think this is kind of weird that this card was just not really given out. You know, like this card is not really available in this game right now. Like you pull one from leveling up and then you just don't see another one. So very odd. All right, so we're going to play. We're going to charge a Piccolo, and then we will swing at his leader. Draw a card, leave it at 15, and then we're going to play Frost. Playing hit here doesn't really do anything for us. He's going to be on 3 energy. He's going to have a 20k. He's going to have a 20k on board that he can't attack with, unless he plays the 25k. So he has to attack with his leader. So we'll see kind of how this turn goes here. So this turn can either go really well because he can't remove this card, or he plays the Goku, removes this, and then he has a 15, 20, and a 25. So we'll see what he does. Our hand's looking very good though. We have our top end. We have some mid range. Which this card might be okay in this matchup. It's you know. We're gonna we'll take this hit. We have one super combo. We have another hit, or we have a hit. But this hit probably is not going to get any more use out of this deck unless he starts playing some cantrips, because the better 2-drop is just always going to be Goku. So we play the 3-drop. We play another card that he cannot attack with, so he just uses it to take a life. So now this turn, it's kind of interesting. So we can go. I think I'm going to charge the hit. So here we can do one of two things. We can attack him, which is probably what we're going to end up doing. Or we can just play out some cards and then just wait a turn and then Beerus him next turn, which kind of sounds like the play. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the effect of U7. We're just going to draw, see what we find. Let's see what we get. Alright, so we got a Goku, we got a Whis, a super combo. We're just always going to take the super combo. Just so we have it. We will swing for 4. not 4, 15. Saw the big 4 there. Confused me. I do hope you can change the colors of these like sides. I think that would have been kind of cool. I think just having the orange and the green is just kind of, you know, they can always update that. All right, so we're gonna awaken, and we do draw the secret rare. That is very good. All right, so here we can force him to attack this, which would be fine, honestly. We'll just force him to awaken here. And one thing in this game I would tell people too is because you have the ability of just like just playing a new game, just like starting another game, just try stuff out. Like don't be scared to just like make the wrong play. Whether you play ranked or you play free play, just try different things, right? That's what playtesting is really about, and that's what you can kind of consider this game just for a lot of people, just playtesting, right? Like you go, oh, you know what? Let me try this play out and see if it works, right? And then you know from your memory, you're like, okay, this was not a good play. I'm not gonna do that again. Or you can go, you know what? This was a very good play. I'm gonna try to do that again. But then you'll kind of have at least some idea of it. So he goes to 30, comboing a Krillin. And we're gonna pass. So now we have a 25k body on board. We got the Frost. He can use God Kamehameha technically and kill Frost, which then would open up his two cards to attack. We'll see. I don't know what he will end up doing here. Like I said, he can tap 3 for the Goku if he has it. He could also tap 4 and play the secret rare. There's a few options that he has, but we have one up, so we have one up for our Kamehameha, so we feel pretty safe. We got a ton of 10Ks and super combos in hand, so we're feeling good. We're feeling very, very good. We have a very interesting turn 5, where we don't have the ability of killing him, but we can definitely kind of curve the game out into our favor here, just depending on what we end up playing. We have 3 very good options to play. I guess technically 4 if you include Piccolo. So we can play the Gohan just to add some crit pressure. Alright, perfect. So he's going to swing 20 and leave it at 20. So we're going to just use our effect here just to bump him by 5. Keeps him alive. We survive. That's always good. Alright, so we got that out of the way. So we drew an extra card. Let's see if he can do anything here. Or for offensive purposes, let's say we get him down to like a position where we can kill him, we can use like Roshi and Kamehameha. So it looks like he's going to use God Kamehameha. We use the 2 energy, so now we can attack with these 2 boys. Which honestly I'm okay with. I'm going to take probably one of these. And then we're going to drop Goku and then just start clearing this. We're going to clear his board up pretty well. So this card is just incredibly good. For like red mirrors, just negating card by 15 and then swinging into it and then being able to kill it is just super powerful. It just, you know, they're gonna either remove the card from hand to save it, which is always good, or they're going to attempt to kill it by other means. Oh, so he's gonna play Whis. I think this is good. This is a good little turn here. So he plays Whis, minuses my promo Goku by 5. And then what we're going to do is we can just combo out of this guy. And then what we're going to do is we're going to hopefully bait him into swinging this into this to then combo one of these guys. And then we're going to use Kamehameha just to kill the other one. I doubt he's even going to do that. He probably will use, my guess is Roshi in a combo. Going to bump it by 5 with the leader. Okay. Go to 25. Alright, perfect. So we go to 30. Alright, this is great. So, now we use Kamehameha. Bump this by this. We go to 35. And then we also get to remove his 5k. Which in turn is a 10k combo. So, really solid. That's a really solid play on our part. Just a mishap on their part. So now he's tapped out. I can't kill him this turn. So that's what we have to remember. We cannot kill him this turn. So we're going to put down a Gohan. right? And then we're going to start. What we're going to do first is I'm going to play the Secret Rare. So we're going to minus. I think we're going to minus the Goku here because I can get it to 5, which is a more profitable number for us. So we're going to swing this guy into this. Just leave it at 30, so that's a super combo in 10k if he wants to save it. More than likely he's not going to, so he's going to lose the card on the board, which is great for us, and then he takes the damage. And then also remember too, if people block the Goku, which does happen sometimes, if people will go, they'll try to block the Goku, and you have to remind, like you don't have to remind them, but they'll block it. And you're, all right, cool, 30 to your 5k or whatever it is, and now they lose the blocker, and then they still take a damage. So it's kind of funny. So here he's probably gonna combo out of this, is my guess. So he bumped it to 5, go to 30, and then gives us a 5k combo from hand, which is pretty solid. So we got a Beerus out of that. That's cool. Down to 6, down to 9 cards in hand to our 6. Our swing at leader. And we got a Potamo. Let's do the 20. And we get another card out of his hand here. And this, so like Potamo in this matchup is fairly mid. It's okay. Like the best thing about in red matchups with Potamo is that like Goku Secret Rare cannot kill them. So like if they may get to 5 and then they swing Goku Secret Rare at it, the card will not die. So then they don't get the burn effect. So that's kind of cool. I mean, it dies to literally everything else. So you can, but the 5-drop Goku kills it. The 3-drop Goku kills it. The Beerus kills it. You can just make it to death, right? Like you can. There's a lot of other things you can do to remove it off board. So it's not the greatest, but playing it into the matchups where you know they're playing Secret Rare, it just gives them one less target for Secret Rare. All right, so we play the Skillless Frieza. So we have a 30k body on board, technically a 35. If he wants to use his effect, which he's going to. So we go 35. Let's see if he gives us any other combo power. My guess is no. Oh, okay. So we're feeding. Okay, so we're like really going hard on this card. So he wants this card to go. So we're sitting at a pretty 55k. So if we do this, this takes us 250, and then we give him 5 more k. So we give him a Potamo. Takes us to, should be over, right? So that's 35, 55. We're at 55. So then we use our leader effect. Do this. Let's put this over. And I could have, I guess the other thing I could have did too there, I could have just comboed off the Roshi instead of giving him the Potamo, and then use the leader effect for later on. But now he's going to have to swing into my leader because he doesn't have the ability of, he doesn't want to give up cards in hand to clear this guy. And then he also can't clear this guy without costing the cards in hand. So, and we have another 5k combo, so if he just swings Android into it, or if he decides to give me 5k, I give him a Roshi or a Piccolo. So we'll see how this goes. So just 20 will combo out. It's important to keep your board state. So like in this game more so than Masters, because Masters you can just play everything for cheap. I mean it's that way in this game too, but like you want to make sure that your board is staying intact as much as possible. All right, so here we can do a few different things. So we can I think we're going to charge. I think we're going to charge the Roshi. Yeah, we'll keep Roshi. I'm going to charge the Piccolo here. So, I'll give you a few different things. I'm probably going to end up swinging with my leader first, to get a card out of his hand, potentially. Alright, so we'll just leave it at 20. I don't have a double striker in hand, so pushing him to 2 doesn't really give me anything. I'm just trying to exhaust some resources out of his hand. And the Beerus is not actually getting full value right now, so that is kind of a problem. So we get a 10k out of his hand, so that's good. So we got a Got a Whis. Okay, we got a Whis. We can do probably swing this into you. We'll go to 25. Alright, so I got another 10k out of his hand. So this is good. So we reduced his hand size by 2 cards this turn. So now we can sort of maybe pressure his cards on board a little bit. And I just don't know how we want to do this. So I can spend 3 energy to reduce this card by 10k, and then swing into it, which I think is what we're going to do. So we're going to reduce the Frieza by 5. Play hit. Into 25. We're going to swing into this guy. I'm not going to take the life, but we are going to reduce it by 5 again. To 20. And then we're going to combo to 30. What this does now, this is going to force him to give us a super combo. And then we can swing Secret Rare into it and then buff it by 5 to go to 35. Or he just lets it die. Right, which is fine. Now we can swing at this guy and then buff it by 5 to get a 10k out of his hand. So that's what's so cool about this deck is that you just have the ability of just creating these different ratios your opponent has to combo over. Because they just don't know when you're going to use the effect, right? Like they can kind of plan and go, oh, they're going to use it here or here, but like I could use it on this, and then he might have saved some cards in hand trying to save that, but he wouldn't have known that. So now we have 1 battle card on board. Problem card here would be Beerus. If they play Beerus, Beerus would be probably the most impactful card because it can clear my hit and my Goku, but that taps him out, and he goes down to 2 cards in hand, so that might not be the best thing for him. So we have to, I would say, so you're going to attack into the hit, not give it anything. I'm going to save this card because he still has 1 more swing on board, so he's probably just trying to fish for a card. So we do it 5k. That attack will keep the 20k body on board because also next turn. So next turn's probably going to be the end turn, depending on how his turn kind of plays out here. So for me, I want to make sure that I have the ability. Okay, so we played Gohan. So Gohan is not as impactful. We're gonna try to kill the Secret Rare. Okay, that's fair. Bump it up to 30. So we can let it die. I would rather save it. I think it's important enough of a card. And he uses his buff effect, so now he doesn't have that. And now, we have a perfect setup for... So we're just leaving it at 20. I wish I had an extra 5k in hand, but we saved the hit. So we will... Let's give it super combo. It's one. So coming from Masters, like super combos they were so over the top. Like you kind of wanted to save them for particular situations. But in this game, they're really only good on defense, right? Like they're 10k combos, but like my Roshi's also a 10k combo. But my Roshi's also going to draw me a card. So that's where it's a little more impactful in this game. We have 4 cards in hand. I have a lot of bodies. I should be able to kill him here. So first we're going to play Roshi. We're going to use this to take a life because I want the effect just in case I draw an extra card. And I would draw Goku. So Goku actually allows us to close out this game a little bit better. So we're going to do this. And we're gonna actually take the life because we're just gonna take the extra card, which is a 10. It's not even a good card, so it doesn't matter. All right, so we're gonna leave it at 20. So why I took the life there is because this is gonna be the last turn, and I either draw the card to get extra combo power. So in this sense, I can play Beerus. We're gonna try to kind of fish him out for a damage here. So if we can reduce him to 2, So let's do leader swing. We get the extra card. Perfect. Okay, so this is exactly why we use the Roshi. So we use Roshi so that way this card, the next extra card that if we draw one, we get a free effect off it. So this guy now we have a free 15k combo here. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop this. I'll tap 5 for it. All right. We're going to remove. We're gonna actually reduce. So here's the. Do I reduce both of these? Let's reduce. I can just technically. Oh yeah, it doesn't matter. I guess we'll just kill that. That's fine. All right. So here we're gonna swing here. We're gonna combo the Roshi. Since we already activated the Roshi's effect, now we can use Kamehameha. And it's free. Remember, you gotta click on your card. We'll reduce this by 5 to go to 20. And we're at 60 double. And we'll just leave it at 60 double. I think he's used... How many super combos has this guy used? 1. So he would have to use 2. Let's make it a little more awkward. And do that. See if we can get his hand out of him. So he would have to have exactly 2 super combos, or you can use Kamehameha. Technically, too. Use Kamehameha. We have super combo to go to 40. Super combo to go to 60. Remember, you're at 65, so he uses all 3 super combos. Get out. Get to 80. Pretty good. Okay. Alright, so now we'll swing 25 into him. And unfortunately, if he can combo out of this, okay. So now he has to have exactly 10k combo. And it doesn't matter which one he's swinging because they're both 20ks. That one he would be able to buff. So this one, and we get the win. So like I said, there's a little bit of a ballsy play, but we ended up hitting a 0k combo off of this, which kind of ended up being like a negative here, but it wouldn't have mattered. So we ended up getting the win there. GG to him.